The International Baccalaureate program, known as IB, is a globally recognized educational system designed for students ages 3 through 19 that prepares them to be curious, knowledgeable, and confident learners. It helps the students develop critical thinking, problem solving, and international awareness with the world around them. Each of the programs build on a continuum that goes from one program to the other. It looks at focusing on academic strength and personal growth. For the primary years program, it centers around young learners and helps them to become inquirers and to broaden their exploration with learning. For the middle years program, for ages 11 through 16, encourages real-world connections and student agency. For the diploma program, it's a rigorous pre-university program for ages 16 to 19, respected by many universities worldwide. The career-related program is also offered within the IB program. It blends academic growth and career-focused learning for older students. Well, actually, there are 3 schools within San José Unified that offer the IB program. The first being Horace Mann Elementary School that offers a primary years program. That's kindergarten through 5th grade. And then the middle years program is offered at Muwekma Ohlone Middle School and San José High School. IB prepares students for higher education and future careers by building academic growth and life skills for all students. Students learn how to learn, not just what to memorize. It fosters students' confidence and adaptability for their learning. College and universities see IB as a rigorous educational experience that signals readiness for university and college success. Students from San José Unified and attend IB are equipped to make a positive impact and interconnected world-mindedness for our world. What's nice about San José Unified is the IB program is offered free of charge at all grade levels for PYP, which is elementary, middle school, MYP, and the diploma program. I encourage parents to reach out to the administrators to set up an appointment and learn about the great programs that are offered within San José Unified School District.
My favorite thing about learning at our school is that we get to collaborate a lot, and for PYP we get to learn a bunch of cool stuff like poetry. If it's on a project, it's usually about the knowledge because we're trying to learn about it to do it. At ELD, we recently did a project about sound energy in my group, and now we're doing a comparison project of different energies. So now I get to use sound energy. During some months like Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, I think it's called, we have visitors come in and they like talk about it. We read a pretty cool book about this noodle called pancit. We get to collaborate, and inside our cafeteria, we get to win awards every month. Each class gets 2 people picked, and they get to get represented for like a thinker, principled, being caring, or inquirer.
The IB framework supports our students in inquiring deeply through different concept-based questions, lines of inquiry, and central ideas. And these are all embedded in our transdisciplinary themes. Our students learn and internalize the following transdisciplinary things: who we are, how we express ourselves, how we share the planet, how the world works, how we organize ourselves, and when we are in place and time. These students are going to explore and analyze different types of information supported by ongoing assessments, formative and summative, and guided by real teacher-created IB rubrics. There are so many examples I have seen when using the IB program for my students, but one stands out in my mind. This student had a particular way to learn. This student always participates anytime we were discussing or debating different topics in class related to our IB program, but struggled on tasks like annotating information, which made me worried as a teacher. When our exhibition day arrives, that is our big day, all of these worries that I got, he proved me that I was wrong. He was able to prepare a presentation based on pollution with a dedication, a serious analysis, and a deep investigation on how to stop pollution and consider pollution as a global issue, proposing different ways to take action for our students and our communities. And his presentation was by far one of the best ones we had in our exhibition for our community. A global learner needs to stay informed, needs to accept diversity, and needs to express viewpoints based on evidence, knowledge, and information, realistic information. In addition, they need to be empathetic and compassionate while learning to become critical thinkers. For example, when we study revolution, we of course begin with the American Revolution, but also we talk about and discuss different types of revolution. French, industrial, women, technology, to name a few. Because this discussion is going to show students how to learn across cultures, time periods, and values, like different ideas in different places in our world. Our IB program also offers something that is called the learning profile. That is a set of attributes that students need to follow while learning in class. Students at Horace Mann, they learn how to be communicators, knowledgeable, thinkers all the time. And while academic knowledge is very important in our IB program, we always emphasize core values. Both elements are going to help our students make better decisions in life.
I chose to be part of the IB program because personally, I really like architecture and the other programs didn't really have that type of thing that I wanted to do. And so instead of not wasting my time, but instead of focusing on stuff that I'm not gonna do, I'd rather challenge myself, as I heard it was difficult. And I wanted to see if I was able to be on that level, as they said it was a college level, so I wanted to see if I was able to do that. I would say time management. I'm really involved in school, and so I need to make time for my studies, and also acceptance, because I was always what you would call a try-hard my sophomore and freshman year. And so not getting an A in my first report card last year because of the DP program, I feel like I was able to accept it and not just dwell on it how I would have. So it's definitely something I learned. I feel like this one's more hands-on. I feel like I'm able to learn present day stuff instead of just history, the past and their own patterns. I'm able to analyze what's happening now and not just the past. I'm hoping that because I'm able to manage my time because of IB and how much it is, how much work it is, I'm able to go to college in a way that's not as stressful. My first year I won't be as stressed because I will have the experience of managing everything.
The inspiration for me to become a teacher is I really loved history, and that's kind of what got me in the classroom. But once I got in the classroom, for me, it was that great feeling to be able to help a student, being able to help them work through a problem, and as a challenge to me too, how to help them figure out how to get through something. I originally wasn't sure like what kind of school I'd want to teach at. I taught at a few different schools before, but I quickly realized that the IB education model really is what I was looking for. So I ended up teaching at another IB school at one point. But what I really like about the IB education is it values critical thinking, it values kind of trying new and difficult projects. By focusing on higher level thinking, it pushes us as educators to make sure that we're not just getting them to memorize something, that we're forcing them to apply their knowledge, to evaluate the information that they're coming up with, and sometimes like kind of do something new. A lot of the IB tests, they'll try to ask a question in a way they maybe not heard before. And so to prepare them for that, we need to make sure that they are thinking creatively. And so that pushes us as educators to focus on those really important 21st century skills. As someone who went through the IB program, one thing that I experienced, and I think many of my other students have experienced and have told me about, is once they get to college, there's expectations of reading and writing that are very high. And oftentimes, their colleagues that did not go through an IB education don't really have that kind of experience or preparation. And so I went from San José High School to UC Berkeley, and I noticed pretty quickly that I stood out as a very strong writer, overall good critical thinker, and I really do credit the IB program to prepare me to do so. And I've had many students essentially come back and share the same thing. In their review, they say, oh, it was actually harder in high school than it was in college. And that's like the best compliment. That means that they're well prepared. But they do specifically talk about that, those reading skills, those writing skills, and those critical thinking skills. The major alternative to the IB program is the AP system, and it has a lot of value. I'm not going to denigrate it, but the AP really focuses on college equivalency, taking classes in high school to get you the same sort of material that you'd get in college, which has value, and we do that too. But the IBU is a program. It's about building a complete student, not just to succeed and get credits in college, but to do well once they leave high school. And that can mean in their career. We have an IB career-related program. It can mean what they do after education. It can also mean what they're actually doing in university. Part of university, of course, is taking classes and getting credit, but a big part of university is the experiences and trying new things. To parents, I would remind them that when students are applying to especially competitive universities, just having IB on that application really stands out. It's different. Many universities see the value in it and value it very highly. I believe that we get a lot of students into competitive universities partly because either they just have the IB on there and or they've done things because of IB that really prepares them to do well for the applications. It's just different, right? We want to make sure that we are doing things that are interesting for job applications, for college applications, things like that. Now for the student, what I would say is what students tell me. And what students tell me is what they really valued in our program is learning about a whole variety of different topics, concepts, people, and really being pushed to think critically rather than just trying to memorize information. What we need to do to be prepared for the modern world is to be critical thinkers, is to be creative thinkers, and to understand that we're part of a bigger community of humans, of learners and educators.